Good evening. This is Hudson Valley Week in Review, where we look back at the people, places, and issues making news in Ulster County and the region. I'm Amy Greene. We begin tonight in the town of Ulster, where the circus recently rolled into town. Cole Brothers Circus has been traveling the country, entertaining the public for more than a century, and is the only circus to do that for so long. This year's show is titled To the Max and features animals like tigers and elephants, as well as acrobats and, of course, clowns, all under the big top. Before one of the performances, we had an exclusive interview with the ringmaster of Cole Brothers Circus, who just so happens to be a native of the Hudson Valley. He talks more about the show.
Well, first of all, I grew up in the Hudson Valley. I was actually born in Poughkeepsie, New York, and I lived all my life in Newburgh, New York. And as a little kid, probably my very first experience was I was about 6 months old, and they put me on an elephant, believe it or not, a small elephant. I don't know if it was a baby elephant, but it was a young elephant. That's all I'm told now. And my parents were circus fans. My father and my mother were members of a circus fan group right here in the Hudson Valley called the John Harriet Tent, and was named after a famous circus performer, animal trainer, young man who came out of the Midwest, and a few people right here in the Hudson Valley decide, hey, he's a great man. He's a young man. The tent could go on for many, many years, and unfortunately the founders have gone except for one member. He's still alive, actually lives in Newburgh, and the namesake just died in February, and I was there for the funeral in Sarasota, Florida, representing not just the Cole Brothers Circus, but my family and the John Harriet Tent. So it all started because of that. My parents just loved circus, and they wouldn't blink an eye traveling 100 miles or more to go and see a circus. You know, the great thing about the Hudson Valley, you got 84, you got the Thruway, and you could jump. If there's a circus in Connecticut, you go to 84. You go upstate on the Thruway to anywhere, Albany, go to Pennsylvania, Jersey, it doesn't matter. And that's how my parents were, and friends I grew up with. And there's still several friends that live here, still members of Circus Fans of America, and that's how it really began. Now, being a ringmaster, being a performance director, I think my very first thing was I grew up here. I actually went to school in, I guess I could say, in Marlboro, New York, a little town, and all my classmates thought I was a clown. Needless to say, I kept a secret because I would do clowning on the side, and I would spot date, and I would do, my vacation time was guest clowning right here on this Cole Brothers Circus, and I made a lot of money in the summertime. I would travel all over the place to fairs and shows, and the sawdust bug bit me really hard. Now I stayed, I went to college, and took up a degree in broadcasting communication, and I was with another company which no longer really exists around here. And I also worked in the banking business. I worked in manufacturing, all right here in the Hudson Valley. We don't need to name names. And at the same time, my days off, my vacation time was running away, chasing after a circus. So it's been in my blood ever since I was a baby. And I used to guest clown right here. I had my bottle of milk in Clown Alley, believe it or not, right here on this show. So people ask me how many years you've been with Cole Brothers Circus. I've been with the circus getting paid 14 years, but about 40 years just being around it. And I can't shake it off my shoes. I tried. We were in mud yesterday in Middletown, New York. We're here in Kingston, New York. Nice pavement, nice dry day so far, knock on wood. So it's an adventure, you know, and it's nice being back in home. You know, the miracle of Facebook, a lot of my friends from high school are now on Facebook, and they're like, so you actually did this? Yeah, I did. You know, I did the manufacturing thing. I did everything else. I went to college and wasn't using my degrees. Here at the Cole Brothers Circus, I'm actually using my broadcasting degree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
I'm using my marketing skills, because as a ringmaster, you're not just the announcer, you're not just the guy that makes the thing work. because I have two hats. The ringmaster is what you see, you know, oh, the top hat, and the glitz and the glamour, and they got to have the voice, you got to do the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all that stuff. But at the same time, you're like a salesman. So there's your marketing. You're selling a circus. You want to make sure each and every performance is exciting for everybody that comes. Now, one day there could be 1,000, there could be 2,000 people. The next day, maybe 100 people. The 100 people still deserve the same show. Rain, shine, mud, snow, I've done it all, believe it or not. And the thing about the circus is you have to love it. If you don't love what you're doing, you better get out of it, because it's just gonna eat at you so fast. So you have to have tough skin to do this. I've been doing this for over 20 years. Big shows, small shows, indoors, outdoors. The circus is, I mean, some people say, oh, that's better over there. It's a nicer show. It's all the same. And what makes it different is you, the individual. And, you know, some days, like yesterday, I had my tooth pulled. I still went in there. And you see the grandparents bring their kids. Oh, my God, Grandpa, look at the elephants. You go in the tent, and you're like, oh, wow, here we are. I'm in pain. And then you see that little kid, a year old, getting all excited because she never saw an elephant or a tiger up close and personal. This is exciting. So, you know, the history of the circus, we've been around 131 years. And in the olden days, they would literally close the town down. They would, schools would get off. It was like a birthday. It was Christmas Day, all wrapped into one. It was Circus Day. So we have a rich history here. We try to keep going with that history. And I'm so proud to be a part of circus history. Well, you know, this year we have a theme here at Cole Brothers Circus. It's called Cole Brothers Circus to the Max. Now, the ringmaster feels to the max means maximum thrills and chills and excitement. We have everything from the big sphere of danger, the globe, where we have 3 young men inside. We also have a pretty young lady in there this year. And the motorcycles glow in the dark. All the lights go off and they light up, and the people really like it. The globe splits in half. We have the world's largest cannon, Commander Christian, making his debut. He's from Romania, so I call him the Romanian Rocket, of course. And we have the largest collection of tigers. Judith and Jürgen Nerger comes with us this year. Originally from Germany, they actually perform a 12 multitude of colors of beautiful tigers, Royal Bengal, and there's a couple Siberian tigers as well. And it's a beautiful display. And besides that, we have elephants. You have to have elephants. To me, a big top circus needs elephants. And we have a young Val who's 9 years of age, and she performs here in the show. And her aunts are here, her mother is here. So the whole family of elephants are right here at the big top. So that to me is maximum excitement. We have a fantastic high wire group of us this year. They do everything from jumping over fire to doing blindfolds to riding unicycles, and it's exciting. Really is an exciting brand new feature to the show. But at the same time, I have this little guy who's less than 4 feet tall. His name is Max. Now, Max joined us last year. He's a little clown from Mexico originally, but Max thinks it's his circus. So he tries to steal the show from the ringmaster.
Oh my! And who are you? Oh, you are Max.
Actually, he does everything but my job, which I wish he would do my job, give me a break. But he does everything from trying to do magic, trying to be a strong man, and he succeeds sometimes because the people love it. And so we work off each other. And so to him, it's the theme. He's the theme. He's the star. And unfortunately, his head's gotten bigger and bigger. He's still about this tall, but his head has gotten bigger. But it's fun to do. I'm very happy to work with somebody like him. He has a lot of enthusiasm and excitement for the circus. So that's the whole thing. I mean, the show, we have pretty girls in the air. We have magic and illusions. We have incredible hand balancing dogs in all different shapes, Afghans, wolfhounds, you name it, we have them in the big circus. So it's an exciting show, and that's what I try to do since I've been here. I've been here since the days of when it was a little bigger, the tent, 3 rings, and there was so much going on. The people today, they want to concentrate on one area. Now we have a big ring, and I call it the circus sphere. Originally, the hippodrome of the circus was one of the very first ways of presenting the circus way back with John Bill Ricketts in the 1700s, and his big friend was George Washington, the president of our country. So we continue that tradition with this big ring, able the performers to perform anywhere in the big top. And we have a lot of pretty girls, I tell you that, a lot of pretty girls. And that's what makes the circus successful. Happy animals, funny clowns, didn't say they were funny, but they're here, and pretty girls. And don't tell the clowns I say that, they'll get mad at me. Well, if you've never been to the circus before, here's your chance to see the real circus. It's under the big top. Now, people always say, what makes a traditional circus? To me, a traditional circus is 2 things. Very simple. Under the big top, and it's for children of all ages. If it entertains you and entertains your kids, we're doing the best job in the world.
When we return, some intensive training for police officers and their canine partners. We'll take you to the seminar next.